Um, I'm trying to remember what I was looking for in this specific grass area. I think it was Silicobra. I don't know if I got it last stream.
You just double check the list.
That's what I'm doing. I have it in front of me. I gotta remember that it's 2 pages. Yeah, I got it. But I think hippopotas spawn here too, which means that's another one not under the list.
More things to get.
Yeah.
The problem is some of its list could be game exclusive. Or if you already double check that.
As if I can't find it here, I'll have Atsu check in the other one. Between the both of us, we'll have it. But we'll go about it if we run into it. I think I'm just gonna go out to the wild area because there's a couple of them that I need to do. Onto my pottery because I need an Inkata and evolve it while there's open space in my party. Because that'll get 2 Pokemon in one. Ninjaska and Shedinja.
Yep.
Yeah, here on Twitch, I mean, I think once I can get everything all set up because the department's behind on a lot of things. Once I get the proper identification to you know, get my, I get to go ahead to get my Patreon running, I can start putting my images that I've been putting on Sizebrew on my own page. I mean, the ones already on Sizebrew will be free, but I can start also putting exclusive content. Then I can actually put my manga pages in order. Like an actual book. Get my first, that's a berserker. Oh, that's right. Another one for next time if we don't get to it. I need to import in a regular Persian so I can Everstone breed down Meowth to be a Persian from this game. If I had written down the Crown Tundra list, I could actually done two at the same time. Because hell, I could have done them all if I made the full-on list for all three games. Because Crown Tundra has the Dynamax Adventures, which can have anything in it.
Mm-hmm.
free watts. And every time I just gotta find the guy who sells the luxury ball. I never run out of them. Hold on. I'm just gonna catch the evolution and braid it down. It's on my list here. I do see. I believe I saw Natu, and I can just get Zatu and braid it down. Yep, Natu. Wow, this doctor's really being a pain in the ass. Really? And out goes the Zatu.
Yep. Okay. It always is.
Got to turn my watch, check my icons. I've been turning it on and off because I've been hearing a lot of noise from downstairs and it's a little obnoxious. A 3-star, and it's something I need. I mean, this is definitely the live stream game for my thematic lore. Even though Dynamax Pokemon are actually would be actually twice my character's size, maybe a bit more even.
Well, we know Gigantamax is even bigger than normal Dynamax.
Not really. It's So what Gigantamax is basically just Dynamax's mega forms. Directly in the box, so I can put it in later. I can cross off Barbo. Yep, no. I'm going to see what it is. It is a grass type. I think it's like a Cherim. Which I don't think I need. Yeah, it's Cherim. Alright, I got defeated. Okay. Well, there's one of the things I'm looking for. That Clefairy's tanking. The follow me tank Clefairy. Ad break coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll swap over to the Be Right Back screen, and we'll be back after the ad break. So I've done a little look, and there's a couple of them that I'll have to do off with the Otsu, but there's a good amount of them that are in this one. More specifically, only in this one. Hey, just the one I was looking for. Knew I was looking for it. Hey. Darn, I'm gonna have to go looking for it again, because that just sent me back to the Pokemon Center. Should have brought some backup along. Now that I've done the... And I gotta make my way all the way back to Bridgefield. Just had to turn when it did. Well, I dealt with that. my drop frames are getting kind of heavy. I'm gonna stop the share screen in the Discord. It wasn't terrible, so if I were to get even just slightly better internet, I'd be able to share screen it in the Discord.
Mm.
It was only borderlining 2% drop frames, so not bad.
Yeah.
It's a little iffy, but not terrible.
We'll have to workshop all of this.
Yeah, you know, I just practicing some things from time to time. But yeah, a good handful of the Pokemon I need are over on Atsu's side. For example, I need the Pokemon Throw, but Sock is the one over here. Or for some of these, I could bring them in on my own time from Pokemon Go and just breed down the Pokemon I need. And that'll cut down the amount of Pokemon I have in Pokemon Go. Although I'm gonna give the company that's taking it over a little bit of a chance, because I mean, the way Niantic's been running it, they really can't do any worse with it.
Mm.
Anyways, if they do too bad with it, I have a feeling that because Pokemon is such a strong IP, that the Pokemon Company will just take it over in full and put in place one of their own companies that's running the mobile games.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, DNA already has two, and that's Masters and TCG Pocket, which actually I've been enjoying. Like, it's definitely not a pay to win. Like, you can pay and get a bunch of packs all at once, but between the daily login points to buy, you know, like you can get points for just logging in every day and just waiting for your pack pulls. Let's see. So I'm only like a week away from being able to do my first 10 pull. Because it gives 2 free every week, and your daily logins give 4 reset hourglasses. Those reset hourglasses are per hour, obviously. And a full refresh is 12 hours. So, you know, you get 120 of them, that's 10 packs right there. So I could get my 2 free, and then a 10 pull. Like, I actually do appreciate their design model, because yes, they know that people who whale are gonna whale. The people who tend to whale in mobile games are impatient and have money. Whereas even if I have money, I tend to be patient with things, so I can actually wait 12 hours for another pull. I have Pokemon Go, Pokemon Masters, and TCG Pocket all on a daily, like, basically a rotation. I do the apps in the morning when I wake up, and then I don't deal with them until the next day. Because there are certain missions that I do, I get my stuff, and I just move on. I don't let the app bog me down. Meaning, yes, I'm not the demographic they're looking to make money off of. And yes, I've had their premium when they gave the free trial, because, you know, they give you the free trial because they want you to get hooked on it. But that's the thing that, you know, maybe every once in a while, if I actually have a surplus of cash. But I mean, I have better things to do when I have money. Because there's a lot of my artist friends who would probably like a little bit of that cash for commissions. It probably won't be till my birthday this year until I get the freaking proper model from for Live 2D. I do appreciate Hurricane for at least, you know, snapping me some pics so I could make this PNG model, though. But I'm gonna be so hyped when I get the proper model, because
Dehydration detected.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been practicing. because someone gave me VR Chat Plus. One of Shaya's friends gave me VR Chat Plus, and it has a thing where I can turn my camera on and it tracks my facial movement. So I can actually look in the mirror and turn my head and stuff. So I've been getting a little practice. I have about 28 days left of that. And then I'll either have to have the money to renew or ask someone else for it. I mean, if I have a, I'm still trying to save up for a new PC, because then I'll have the, because then I can make sure.
So am I.
Because then I can worry about having my money for things like VR Chat Plus, or I don't know, saving up for a Valve Index so I can actually properly VR and VR chat.
Yeah, we have things to plan.
Yeah.
New hardware. I guess next year getting the new Switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that off for as long as possible. So I'd say at the very earliest, next summer, and at the very latest, probably next Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I feel that would be about the time where everything will be, like, fully felt out and, like, make them, like, luckily because of the tariffs, they didn't, at least they didn't up the price from what they initially want. They balanced off, like, I think the accessories, like the Joy-Cons got a little bit of a price gouge, but, not a severe one.
Well, for those that did get day one, there will be games to play, just not as many because they're shorter parts.
Right. But again, my plan is to get Legends ZA for the Nintendo Switch, the regular one, and then when I eventually get the Switch 2, that'll be my first purchase alongside it, is the upgrade pack.
Now, then there's also people that are probably just waiting to get a Switch because all the games they don't want to buy games twice.
Right, you wanna... But I mean, Nintendo's doing a decent job about that right now, where, like, you buy this Switch 1, like the ones that have a Switch 1 version, you buy that now, and then you're basically, all you're doing is paying for an expansion pack for the console to put the extra features that are exclusive to the new console. Because what those expansions are doing is telling something that's, you know, built on for the Switch, but has a Switch 2 version to run native Switch 2. But I think they've from what the specs they said, it's gonna be pretty much caught up with what the Steam Deck can do.
If not just slightly behind, like ever so slight.
And an unnoticeable amount, basically. And it's gonna, as I said, it's gonna have a lot of space to start with, and I mean, I've been seeing like the flash drives that they've been showing, the micro SDs that they've been showing off. They have Sonic themed ones from Samsung. And I think they're the kind that are actually going to be the ones used in the Switch 2. The ones that have the express, like, you know, the speed boost. So there'll be micro SDs with stronger processing power.
And about the console, but to the consoles, there is the rumor that if they want to do a completely different console, VR would have to progress.
Right. They're looking for good VR, so they're gonna keep upgrading the Switch until VR is where they want it. Which, I have no clue how in-depth they want VR. Like, I'm almost terrified that they're looking for a Nintendo full dive.
Well,
Imagine a
if
full...
it's as advanced as they...
Imagine a full dive Pokemon game.
Yeah. Well, if they're waiting this long for better VR,
It's gonna be goddamn close.
who knows what they have planned?
As I said, they're probably... again, I think the only people who would know would be Nintendo's research and development. Like, they have a goal in mind, and they're gonna just work towards it.
If I had to guess, probably the bare minimum is the 2030s for this.
Yeah, and I think for quality of VR, bare minimum, Ready Player One.
But since VR is getting better,
Because here's the
But-
thing, a Switch controller. If you've ever done the vibration stuff, I get it all the time with the Dynamax battles. I have that turned on. They are already showing haptic technology that's pretty in depth. So, like, all these Switch updates are probably previews of what they're looking for
hey,
in VR.
the hilarious thing would be if this happens during the 30th anniversary of the Virtual Boy. Well,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, that's probably what they're aiming for.
yeah, because that was in '95.
So
Oh.
what would that be? 2035?
Probably, yeah. Well, for like, you know what I mean, like probably 40th, 30th, depending on
Oh, yeah,
how things
40th.
go.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It'll be
Yeah.
an anniversary of. It'll be a specific round number of the Virtual Boy being released.
Because the Virtual Boy the problem was the red of the screen, mostly.
Yeah. Again, I think they have a vision for what they're doing, and I think they have the means to manifest it. I mean, in this specific lore, we have full dive.
Just the problem that I'm thinking here. If you want a standalone VR console, how much power do you need?
See, that's the thing. I think that's the one thing they're looking for is a battery that can hecking last. Because they've already known that they have battery issues from the original Switch here. Like, they don't... I think the point is they don't want someone completely tethered, but they don't want... Or, you know, actually a full dive, completely tethered is probably not a problem. But as a failsafe, it would not only have to have backup power if it's a plug-in console, like how the Switch is both a handheld and a home console. You'd want backup internet, so if you're online with your friends in a game and your power goes out, you don't lose connection. Again, it would that backup internet router would probably be paid by your Nintendo Online, which would make a lot more sense. You know, if you're paying for the online features, you might as well get a little bit of backup internet from the console itself, am I right?
Yeah. Well, also, insufficient power. As technology progresses, not only do batteries get better, the means to draw less power gets more efficient as well.
Yep. I remember the Game Boy requiring 4 AA's, and it ate them so hecking fast. I'd play for 2 hours, save my game, swap the batteries out. Like, it ate batteries. But then,
Yeah.
and then, you know, the Game Boy Advance took 2 and actually lasted a bit longer.
But then their second console, but then the second version of that had its own battery that could discharge.
Yep. SP. Yep. And that could hold a charge for roughly about half a day. With well, it actually depends. A quarter of the day if you ran it with the backlight. Half a day if you played it with the backlight off.
Well, initially, battery life wasn't really a problem if you could just recharge it on its own.
But that was the first time between the SP and the DS with the lithium battery, we learned that, I mean, every Game Boy you could actually charge it while playing. But the batteries weren't chargeable. You'd have the Nintendo had a plug-in accessory that was something that went in the battery pack and you plugged that in. But it's amazing how far our technology has come in less than 30 years. Like, I say this in Motostoke, which is literally the artistic embodiment of the Industrial Revolution. like, technology has advanced fast, so I can understand why things are starting to slow down. But I think technology is going to eventually have another big jump, and it's going to give everyone who's not used to technology in general whiplash, because it is going to advance faster than it ever has. Because
well, as soon as we discovered the microprocessor, it jumps. So it'll take something like that to jump again.
They're already researching quantum computer chips. You know, instead of processing on a binary, it processes on a higher level than that.
Well, the problem with that is it would not only have to be mass produced, but also it put into everything, given how things were.
Yeah, I know. Again, we're I always think of like technological process as a slingshot. When technological progress grinds to a halt, usually in times like these, you know, the rise of you know, bad people doing stupid things. That's the slingshot being pulled back. And in an age that we live in, the tension is higher on said slingshot.
But as soon as that string or rope snaps,
oh, fucking rocket propelled. We are bound to see a future that most people can only dream of. Which, actually, that's kind of how the future works. You dream of something, and you do your best to find your resources to work towards that dream, and it happens.
yeah.
I've said this to you, I've said this to other people, and I'm going to reiterate that there is nothing that is impossible. The odds of something are between 1% and 99%. Nothing is absolutely certain, but nothing is impossible either. We ride the line between
until proven otherwise.
Right. Again, hell, they talk about like particles that they aren't a certain thing until they're observed.
Like until proven otherwise, there's no impossibilities. There are improbabilities.
Yeah, unlikelihoods, so to speak. Like, oh, that's highly unlikely. Yeah, exactly. That's why it pisses me off so much. That's impossible. No. Improbable, maybe. Impossible, no. There is no such thing as impossible. Because our reality is a lot more fluid than people think it is.
Well, again, until science proves it, nothing is impossible.
Right. Like, there might be a lot of things out there that is strange. I'll give you that.
But then there's cases of it's currently impossible because we don't have the tech for it yet.
Or, there's nothing documented on it yet. Again, how do they word it? I mean, the internet usually words it as Pixar, it didn't happen. The medical industry says if you didn't write it down, you didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could tell them, oh yeah, I did this, I did that. But if you didn't document it on the paper, the nurse coming in behind you doesn't know. It's why...
Unless you can manage to replicate it, then they write it.
Right, unless... Like, you... Like, sometimes you might have to, you know... show them the evidence that you did the thing. Like, this is here, this is there, I did this. Could you please write that down for me that it happened at this time in this way? Because again, especially in a place, if I'll put it softly, the patient's memory is not that good. The patient could tell you, "Well, I didn't do that." Well, they may not remember. You, the person working there, like, I did my darnest to write as much as I could down, but
yeah. Well,
I've had to tell, like, like, when I went to the break room, tell the teachers, like, yeah, I did this, this, and this. Could you check the chart for me, so that they can make sure that, like, the teacher, because being the student, a student, you know, practitioner, and not certified, the teacher had to come get you from your place, and they'd check the chart. It's like, well, did you do this? Did you do that? And I'd tell them, and if it wasn't on the chart, that's why I didn't pass, because I didn't write. I would have to be someone who would be on constant watch, which is not efficient, because they'd have to hire a dictator for, you know, not dictator, a dictation expert, so that I'd say, I'm doing this right now, and they write out. That's having to pay 2 people for 1 job. So all my classmates that passed were good at documentation. I would have to be a caregiver that has extra help. But I mean, I've been that way my entire life. Didn't need extra help. Extra time on tests and quizzes. I mean, I didn't get that recognized until high school, because I was on the ADHD meds. But yeah, I do my best now. Keep myself focused. But I think we're gonna raid off to someone. I've lost the plot, and I got a good amount of the Pokemon here. There's like 1 or 2 that are in this game, and then there's a bunch of them that are over in the other one. Maybe when I write my Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra list, I can separate them out into can be found in Sword, can only be found in Shield. So I can do the Shield ones off stream to save time. Alright. Ending soon. Let me see who is streaming. There we go. This is one. We'll go over to Swoos.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's it for tonight. Be here for Cult of the Lamb on Thursday. All hail the mighty tall, as Dos Equis would say. uh, have a nice night and dream big. Yep.
Hmm.
Both the Tyranitar line and the Goomy line are over on Shield.